So let's talk a little bit about medical devices, because I think people think that it's about big machinery, you know, CAT scan machines and MRI machines. A medical device is something as simple as a needle. It's as simple as an piece of IV tubing. It's as simple as a catheter that you would use to extract urine. It's the everyday devices. Now, we've seen what's happened to the drug industry. There have been times this year when I've written a prescription for a drug, generic, cheap, should be plentiful, can't find it. Not available anywhere in the country. This has happened for the drug Decadron. This has happened for a common diuretic called Diazide. I mean, can you imagine? This is the country of plentifulness, of everything being available. And it's not about money, it's about regulation. In this case, it's about regulation and money. So something as simple as a needle that might be made by a company down the street in your town will now be shipped to Europe to be made, if it's made at all. The tax is not a simple tax. It's a tax on total revenue. And there's no way for many of these companies to get that money back because they have contracts that are not, or that they can't break. And so they're caught in a bind where all of a sudden their entire margin is gone. People have estimated that this 2.5% tax on total revenue is the equivalent of about a 15% tax on their profits. That's greater than most anybody's margin. So companies are really faced, again, with a horrible decision to make. Do we ship all our jobs to Europe? Do we ship our corporate offices to Europe so that we don't have to pay these taxes? Or do we just shut down? Well, they're making both decisions. None of them good for this country, none of them good for the economy. So while we're talking about jobs, 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 and the economy, the economy, the economy, the irony is that Obamacare, PPACA, the theoretically Affordable Health Care Act, has actually been the bugaboo in our economy. It has forced businesses to close. It is continuing to force businesses to close. It is forcing people out of a job. It has not been good, and it hasn't even gone into effect yet, just in anticipation of what's about to come. It is dangerous. And even if you don't want to repeal the whole thing, even if you believe that everybody in this country needs insurance, and we can argue that on a different day, the fact of the matter is the bill as it is written and was not read by most is a bad bill. And there's only one thing to do. We either repeal the whole thing or we go back and repeal it piece by piece. And in order to get that done, we have to elect the right people into office. This election is not about Libya. It is, but it's not. It's about your neighbor. It's about the ability of your kids to go to college and get a job. It's about the integrity of your 401k. It's about everything that this country stands for. It is about your choice. And quite frankly, your choice today, when you vote, will actually be about your ability to make choices in the future. So choose today for choice in the future. And I think that has to be the Republican on the ticket, wherever you are in the country, whatever Senate race, whatever congressional race, whatever presidential race, you have a choice. Your choice now is about your choice tomorrow. And there is no choice. You must vote Republican.